So I had a lot of fun making that Kamen Rider opening tier list, so I thought I'd hit you with the Sentai suit tier list. If you're wondering why I'm doing suits and not Sentai openings, it's because I tried recording one for Sentai openings and it was really boring and I stopped halfway through. So yeah, here's Ex-Toku fan rates Sentai suits. Starting with Go Ranger. Yeah, just very classic, very old school, like Showa, just that kind of vibe, really. Like, I remember hearing somewhere that the idea for Sentai came by them just being like, hey, what if we just had like a whole team of like 5 Kamen Riders? Yeah, I don't know how true that is, so like, don't quote me on that, but I mean, look, it shows through the suit design. They look a lot like those early Showa Kamen Riders, with those big old bug eyes and like the very kind of rudimentary sort of armor on the chest, and the amount of lines on the chest kind of corresponding with the rank, which you'll see a lot of shit like that going forward. That has always been there somehow. I'm surprised that's been there since like day one. I will say it kind of bothers me how 2 of them have white gloves, but the rest have black gloves. That's kind of weird. And why does Aka Ranger have that weird, like, little line on his thighs? Or just not even his thighs, just one thigh. What's going on there? How come nobody else has that? What's the big idea? I think Go Ranger is like a solid B tier. I don't want to overrate it just because it's the original. I feel like I have a tendency to do that. I have a tendency to overrate whatever the original thing is, but I'm gonna play it safe and go B tier. Jekka. I mean, it's alright. Like, Jesus Christ, homie over here is fucking hitting the Elon. I mean, these are definitely, like, they feel a little bit like prototypes. I don't know. Like, you can tell this is like an early Sentai and they like don't quite have it down yet. Like, why are their helmets all white, And that's kind of an interesting thing for me to point out, because I feel like the Go Ranger suits don't feel as much like prototypes as these do, which is weird, because these came afterward. How did the Go Rangers feel like more like fully formed than these do? I don't know. B tier, maybe even C tier. I don't know. B tier. Well, I'll be nice. Oh, that's a small ass image. Jesus Christ. There's like no good images of them. God damn! See, that's how you can tell nobody gives a fuck about these people. You can't find any... Okay, thank you, Reddit, I guess. Battle Fever. What are we gonna do with you, Battle Fever? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. People hate on these suits. I kinda dig them a little bit. Like, you can't convince me to hate these suits. You can't. Like, we all at least get what they're going for, right? They're like, supposed to look like manga characters a little bit. Like they just put Ishinomori's art style just in real life. And I mean, I guess that's what it looks like. Isn't it kind of insane that Miss America... People always focus on the fact that Miss America has a wig. I'm more focused on her, like, exposed fucking legs, dude. And then whenever they use that suit nowadays, they, like, add leggings onto it. Why... Is there any other Sentai character ever that has exposed legs on their costume? It's so weird. I'm feeling another B tier on this one. Above Jekka, below Go Ranger. Finally, some good fucking suits. And it's crazy, too, because I always see these suits make lists of, like worst Sentai suits ever. And I don't get it, man. I think these suits are kind of fire. It's kind of the first time we get lips on a Sentai suit, and they're a little more stylized than the lips you'd see, like, nowadays on a suit. Then you got, like, the technological, like, wiring on the forehead and, like, all that. And the scarf, dude? Are you kidding me? Drip. Actual drip. And then I love the lines on the chest. Come on. People really don't like these suits? I can't say I understand. I'm putting that's an A tier for me. That's A tier. We got our first animal Sentai here with Sun Vulcan. And it's pretty good, but it's also very basic. Like, I like the helmets, but then everything else is just like, I don't know. You could put the rest of this on like just about any Sentai team and it would work. It's very, you know, standard. It's like, you know, it's a Sentai, you know. That's a Sentai, all right. Another B tier. Above Jacka. Goggle 5. I like the helmets. Helmets are pretty cool. But I like those kind of, the gold with like the kind of ornate sort of detailing on it. That's cool. From the neck down though, again, very basic. It's not quite blowing me away here. Next to Sun Vulcan. Actually, no, next to Sun Vulcan. Dynaman. So I feel like probably a lot of us know at this point that, you know, it was originally going to be like baseball themed and then they changed it and all that shit. But obviously a little bit of that baseball theming kind of made its way into the final product. And honestly, I dig it. I dig it quite a bit, actually. It definitely feels a little bit more recognizable, at least to me. A little more recognizable than a lot of these, like, earlier Showa Sentai. Like, this one kind of has somewhat of that kind of, like, iconic factor. I believe these are the first suits to ever be made from spandex. And, like, all the ones before it were, like, made of cloth, I'm pretty sure. A tier, I think. That's a good suit. Bioman. They really do a good job embracing the whole, like, sci-fi technological kind of theming here. It looks so, like androidish, or, like, alien. You look at these, like, you instantly... Again, it's kind of instantly recognizable. It's kind of instantly iconic. It's so good. Such a good design. I guess the one thing that kind of bugs me... let me see if I can find a picture. I'm not totally huge on, like, the white stripes around the legs, really. On the arms, if they left it maybe at the arms and not on the legs, I'd probably be a little better with it. But with it there on the legs, I feel like the colors get broken up a little too much, I feel like. But other than that, I really love these suits. I might just put them in S tier. That was quick, actually. I was expecting to go a lot longer before we got an S tier, but shit, man. Look at them. They're cool. Changeman. I love the helmets. Again, it's those kind of like ornate details that are kind of cool. I like the logo on the back of the hand. I think that's cool. Not sure how to feel about this whole like middle section. Like we're kind of just like this is kind of just nothing, right? It's not really saying anything. Like what's the point, you know? It's like they just like, they came up with the helmet and they were just like, we gotta put a torso on these things. If I just put something together, it doesn't fucking matter. Who cares? So, helmets are cool. Top of B tier, I think. Or maybe just below Go Ranger. What the fuck? Is there like a book called Flashman? And then like a movie called Flashman? Alright, somebody ripped off someone here. It's probably Toei. Flashman. I don't know about anybody else, but these suits always kind of gave me like Bioman Part 2 kind of vibe. Just with less white on them. Or like the same amount of white, but like in different spots? And plus adding some black? I don't even know what to... like B tier again. B tier is getting a little crowded. But, hey. What can I do, man? Ooh, now that's what I'm talking about. That's dope. It's just a cool design, man. I don't even know how to explain it. I can't even pinpoint it. Like, but it's just... some things are just dope. And you can't really explain it. Some things are just kind of dope. And this is one of those things. This is one of those things that's just kind of dope. I mean, I guess if I had to come up with a complaint about it, and like, it doesn't really strike me as very... like martial artsy, and that because that's supposed to be the whole thing. It's supposed to be about like martial arts, but these don't really give martial arts very much. But come on, that's like at least an A tier, maybe even above Dynaman, above Denjiman. Top of A tier. That's pretty good. Live man now. These suits always gave me, like, prototype Jetman a little bit. Maybe it's just because red is like a bird, but it's given prototype Jetman a little bit. And to be honest, I think Jetman kind of does this better a little bit. But, I mean, these aren't bad, you know. It's definitely a little more unique compared to the last Animal Sentai we got, which was Sun Vulcan. I mean, these aren't necessarily blowing me away either. I like Blues the best, I think. Blues is like, it's like cute. I don't know how to describe it. Something about it is like cute. Maybe it's just like all the rounded like shapes that just make it feel really like approachable. I don't know. I'll give it, I feel I'm really abusing the B tier here, but I'll give it like right here on B tier. From the neck down, I like it. I think that big, bold design, that's a very cool way of incorporating, like, the T of Turbo Ranger on there. The helmets, though, I can't tell whether I like them or don't like them. B tier again, maybe? I don't know. Why is there just, like, no good pictures of 5-man? Eat my absolute shorts. 5 red, buddy, be careful with that arm. You're giving Elon again. I mean, these are, like, they're fine. You know, they're Sentai suits. They're whatever. I guess if there's anything that, like, kind of bothers me about them, it's, like, the visors are all, like, subdivided based on, like, yeah, there's, like, cut up into sections based on, like, their rank in the team. And once you get to some of those lower members, it starts to look a little strange. Also, that big, solid piece on their chest is a little strange, too. I feel like if you're gonna armor them up like that, you kind of have to... You gotta go a little harder than that. You gotta go harder than just, like, a triangle on their chest. But besides that, I mean, it's like, yeah, they're Sentai. They're Sentai suits. Down here, honestly. I'm moving some of these to C tier. I'm sorry. C tier. C tier. Nope, I accidentally put in D tier. Whoop. C tier. But then that feels too low, so I'm gonna add another tier. And this is gonna be like the F tier. Now C tier doesn't seem quite as harsh. Yes, Jetman. Now these are just kind of dope, honestly. The way the white kind of divides it up really, like, it gives like classic superhero a little bit. Like, does it not? It's given like Superman a little. Like, you see what I'm getting at, though, right? You see what I'm getting at? And if there's any complaint, I guess the helmets all look a little too similar to each other. You know, because they're all bird-themed. They look a little similar to each other. There's not a lot distinguishing them. If you put them all in, like, silhouette, you probably wouldn't be able to tell them apart, really. Except for Yellow, because he's a big guy. But other than that, I mean, like, come on, these are S tier. These are S tier suits. Ooh, boy. You know, truth be told, as far as like a dinosaur-based seasons go, you gotta go harder on the dinosaur theme than this, I feel like. Like, neck down, this could be fucking anyone, really. Honestly, this might sound stupid, I don't even know, but I feel like it honestly kind of works better in Power Rangers, because, like, they're not, like, exclusively dinosaur themed, they, like, go other shit, and, like, I don't know, these kind of work better as just like a general superhero costumes, as, like, opposed to specifically dinosaur themed costumes, and then, you know, you have a little bit of that dinosaur theme just, like, harkening back to where they started. Like, I have no idea if that made any sense whatsoever, but, like, it made sense to me. But hey, you know, like, in the right context, these suits go kind of hard. But, like, I don't know. We're not talking Power Rangers here. We're talking Sentai. If we were talking Power Rangers, A tier, but we're talking Sentai, so B tier. I feel like I just did a whole lot of yapping to explain myself there, but hey, whatever. Ooh, baby. Ooh, man. Oh, these are some of the best suits. ever conceived of by man. I mean, first of all, the helmets are just... Those are just some of the coolest helmets on the planet. Come on. And then you got like the whole like martial arts gi kind of thing. Is gi the correct term for like something based in like Chinese shit? I don't know. But like you got like the whole martial arts uniform thing going on, and man, so good. So yeah, the Squadron Rangers going S tier. That probably made at least one person fucking seethe out of their mind, and you know what? It was fucking worth it. Now this tier list does actually include the original movie suits on here, so let's take a look at these. I mean, it's really just the original suits, but upgraded. Just given a nice armored makeover, and yeah, they look great, honestly. I mean, if there's anything that bothers me, I guess I'm not huge on how there's only one like little diamond shape in the middle instead of three, but other than that, they pulled this off pretty well, I'd say. Just given those Jew Ranger suits a nice armored makeover, and it works, you know? I'll put it in A tier.
Hey, while editing this, I did realize that even though they included the original movie suits, they did not include the 2017 movie suits. I was probably gonna put them in F tier anyway.
Alright, now we're talking Kaku Ranger, and I think they're good. Are they? I think so. Yeah, just like I kind of want to complain about how basic they are, but I guess if it's ninja themed, it's probably good that there's not a lot of detail on there. But I don't know. I don't know what to say about these. They're all right. They're all right. I'll give them a B tier. Oh, Ranger! Ignore this guy. Guys, these suits are so good! I love that fucking gold accent with like all those like fucking hieroglyphics or whatever the fuck they're supposed to be. They're so good. And then those like big, bold like shapes on the helmets with like the lips, but they're not like colored. So they're kind of, you know, like what can I say about these suits other than they just kind of rock? Like S tier, some of my favorites ever. I love them. In fact, I'll put them like top of S tier maybe. Die Ranger. They're currently competing for the top spot though. We're gonna put O Ranger there for now. Car Ranger. You know, I'll say this. The Turbo movie is probably the best that either of these franchises has ever looked. Either Power Rangers or Sentai, that's probably the best they ever looked. Like, say what you will about the actual, you know, quality of that movie, but like they neither of these franchises ever looked as good as in that like third act sequence when they're all morphed up, they're fighting. That's the best this franchise has ever looked. And you know, the suits themselves are cool too. I think they incorporate the car theme in a really fun way, with all that silver chrome on the helmet and all that shit, and like the kind of like headlights on the belt. I think it's very fun. It's a very fun suit. It's very fun, just nice, cool looking suits, you know? That's solid A tier for me, babe. Better or worse? I'll say it's better than the original movie suits, just because again, that movie just looks the best that either of these franchises have ever looked. Now we're talking Mega Ranger. Again, like the Bioman suits, these really do capture that sort of like sci-fi, technological sort of aesthetic to them. With these kind of like domes on the top of their heads, or almost like kind of like satellite-ish. I don't know, they give me satellite vibes. I don't know why, but they give me satellite vibes. And then those visors are like kind of, again, like android-ish. They're like alien-ish, like the Bioman suits. And then they got this sort of, I always thought of it as like a control panel, like a control panel on their chest. Because, you know, it's like technology based, so put a control panel there. Except Silver over here's got like fucking microchips or some shit. If there's any complaints, this is a very, very, very minor complaint, but I always thought the logo on their belts looked like a fucking envelope. I don't know. I know it's supposed to be an M for Mega Ranger, but it looks like I'm about to send some shit through the mail. I don't know what you want from me, man. Above Denji Man, I'm gonna move Dynaman to the bottom of A tier. Same thing with Denji Man. That'll go above Dynaman. So, I'm gonna be honest here. These are probably the first suits that I would say are outright bad. Like, I'm sorry. Just none of this, like, comes together for me. Like, this feels like a first draft of a suit, right? Like, that whole zigzag, like, everybody makes fun of that, but, like, I don't, to me, that's just such a non-idea. Like, that's, like, nothing. Like, what is the zigzag? Like, why the zigzag? Like, you can't explain the zigzag. Like, maybe you could say, like, if you wanted to stretch a little bit, you could say, Animal Sentai, these are, like, teeth, maybe? I don't know. Again, that's kind of stretching. The helmets are just kind of ugly to me, especially blue over here, like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it. I almost want to put it in F tier, but I'll say D tier, honestly. I don't know who this is, but Go-Go 5. I like the badge design on the helmet. That's cool. The whole, like, this kind of pattern, kind of borders on sort of being like a non-idea, like the zigzag on Gingaman, but it does work a little better here, I think. It's not quite like a total non-idea. I do like them though. I'll give an A tier, honestly. Low A tier, I think, like around here, but A tier. Jesus Christ. Time Rangers are some fucking Jesus Christ bullshit. Time Rangers, these are dope. These are dope. With the arrow kind of representing like the hand of a clock, and then the kind of slightly more armored up kind of chrome bits on there that kind of give it like some real like muscle to them. I don't know. And then I love the kind of inverted color of the helmets. The colored visors just go so hard. For so long, when I was a kid, I really didn't understand how they like saw out of them when it's like a full solid color. Now I know they use different helmets where the color is like a little less solid. It's like an alternate helmet they use for like action scenes and all that. And then for like the actual close-ups of the face, they use the more solid ones. This is a little fun fact for you. And then fucking Quantum Ranger over here, Time Fire, fucking the drip, the absolute drip. Goddamn, kind of caked up, not gonna lie. Honestly, I don't think I was expecting to do this when I came into this, but I think Time Ranger is probably an S tier. Probably above Jetman. Is it above Bioman, maybe? Not above Die Ranger. Nuh-uh. Gao Ranger. So I have like a weirdly, oddly specific issue with these, and it's concerning the visors. Tell me if this is so stupid. Tell me if anybody else sees what I'm seeing. But I could never imagine the visor as like the actual visor. I always imagine them looking out like the fucking animal eyes, but that are just there for like aesthetic purpose. Like, this is so stupid. Like they try to, like, the mouth plate is there to almost like circumvent that a little bit, it feels like, but the not quite. Like, I can't help but see those little eyes that are just there for the fashion, like, as the actual eyes that you see out of. I can't help it. I don't know why. It's so stupid. And in that sense, I feel like this is a suit that I think would have benefited from some lips on it. But other than that, it's like a fairly good, like, you know, it conveys that kind of animal jungle theme kind of, you know, pretty well, I think. I will say, it's weird to me that Like, this sash is a little too small and a little too high up. I don't know, but other than that, pretty good. I'll put it at, like, the top of B tier. Just above Go Ranger. Hurricaneger. I'll be honest. When you look at so many Sentai suits back to back for so long, they kind of start to lose all meaning. I like these. I like the gray. I think that's cool. Go Ranger's kind of beating the Hurricaneger's ass in the drip department, and then Shurikenger isn't even here. He kind of solos all of them. Not gonna lie. Put him in A tier, I think, above the original movie suits. Oof, that's how you do a Dino Sentai. These are just having way more. What the fuck? What the fuck? I didn't even realize what I was looking at. You know what? Fuck it. I'll leave it. I'll leave it here. So, I mean, these are just having, like, way more fun with the dinosaur theme than Zyuranger was. Like, they really look, like, wild and, like they're about to rampage. You know what I mean? I love, in particular, the visor on Reds. It's just so good. And of course you have the White Ranger, or Abre Killer, whatever you want to say. Just one of the coolest suits in all of Sentai. He just looks so good. And then of course the Pink Ranger is just, oh my god, that's just iconic. I'm thinking S tier with this one. Better than Bioman. This is genuinely the best image. I don't know how. This is genuinely the best image I could find for this. Whatever. Really cool incorporation of the number. The helmets have a nice kind of... Again, it's like you look at these for so long and it's like they just like... It's like, what's going on? And it's like they just start meaning nothing. I mean, I guess they don't quite convey cop. The only thing really giving cop is like the gloves. See, this is proof that Tokusatsu is bad for you. Tokusatsu is bad for your brain. If you're an active Tokusatsu watcher, you're gonna have to stop that, man. Anyway, these suits are like a solid A tier, I think. Are they better than Mask Man? I'll say they're better than Mask Man. Maji Ranger. It's cool. I like the incorporation of the M logo, how it's kind of goes all across the body instead of just stopping at the chest. That's cool. I like that. The cape, part of me wants to complain that the cape is like a little too short, but also I get it. It's probably not a good idea to be doing martial arts with a long ass fucking cape for you to trip on. I think that's a solid A tier. Better than Dynaman. Better than Denjiman. Better than Go-Go 5. Yeah. Better than Go-Go 5. Not as good as the movie suits. Bokenger, these have always been like kind of like, you know, they're very standard. They're very standard kind of, you know, stock Sentai suits, you know. It's like, that's Sentai alright, you know. The gloves and the boots are cool with that big chrome kind of thingy at the top of them. The helmets are very, you know, they're helmets. But like, tell me why the whole team looks so like, you know, typical Sentai, and then the Silver Ranger over here is just kind of popping the fuck off. Like, they just like went crazy with him. Like, they could have just made the normal suit but silver, but he's got like fucking like police lights in his fucking shoulder pads, and then orange, and like this like bluish, purplish, silverish chrome going on. That's kind of crazy, but overall B tier, I think. Like above, just above Turbo Ranger, I think. You know what? Gingaman. After thinking it over, I'm gonna have to put this in F tier. I'm sorry. Ooh, I never would have expected a suit with no belt on it to go this hard, but it kind of goes hard. And you know, it actually makes sense that there's no belt, because you know, it's like just a little bit of like added like dexterity for like the martial artists. You know, those helmets are super sharp and angular, kind of an interesting way of incorporating the whole like, you know, tiger and cheetah and all that, you know? But then, of course, Geki Chopper is over here just mogging all of them. Come on. Easily the best suit. Is that much of a question? I'm thinking another A tier. Better than Mask Man. That's a high A tier. Honestly, top of A tier even. Those are good. They're like bordering on S tier a little bit. Go Onger. I don't know, man. What am I supposed to say here? These exist. C tier. Like genuinely, I don't even know what to say about these. They're just like, here they are. They're car themed, except they're also animal themed a little bit. Shinkenger, S tier. Let's not bury the lead here. I mean, these are some of the coolest suits ever. Like the whole samurai kimono is incorporated in such a cool way. The kanji on the helmet is incorporated in such a cool way. It's just cool. S tier. Let's not even, like, near the top. Like, oh, is it better than Die Ranger? Is it better than O Ranger? Maybe. Maybe. But for now, I'll put it right below them. Go Sager. Very slept-on season. Very slept-on suits, too. I love the use of whole white and gold, kind of giving it that sort of angelic feel. It's really nice. Again, I think I'm starting to slowly lose my mind doing this, because I'm just like, I'm cutting it out of the video, but I'm just like doing these fucking 1,000-yard stares and going fucking totally silent in between all of these, and I'm just like, man. Super Sentai may just be a horror beyond my comprehension, but I'm putting these suits in the A tier. Putting them above Hurricaneger. Go Kaiger. Alright, look, we all know these are good suits, obviously. These are obviously good suits. That being said, I feel like this show gets hyped up so much within, like, the fandom and just, like, by the franchise itself that, like, I'm kind of tired of looking at these suits a little bit, but they're good suits. I'm gonna be fair. And place them where they belong, in the S tier. Where in the S tier? I'm gonna put them, like, right above or below Shinkenger. I'll put them right below Shinkenger. How about that? Is that fair? I feel like that's fair. Go Busters now. Let me tell you, thank God they didn't try to, like, force the spy theme into spandex, and they just made it leather instead, because, there are other certain seasons coming up where they try to really make it work. They really try to make whatever theme they have work in spandex, and it doesn't work, so in this particular instance, I'm glad they just, like, didn't even try, just went for leather. It looks really good. I like it. I guess if there's one thing, you know, I'm not a fan when the helmets are, like, square like this. That's weird to me. That's strange. Shinkenger had it too, but that was, like, for the Green Ranger. So, and they kind of made it work a little bit. I think these are solid suits. A tier, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Kyoryuger. Ooh. Now, let me tell you, these probably my favorite dinosaur-themed suits. I think the mouth of the dinosaur on the helmet is just, like, that's just such a fun way of doing that. Making it really big, and, like, it's about to fucking bite down on you. And then the kind of, like, not really a sash, but, like, the kind of diagonal leaning, like, chest design that kind of gives this feeling of, like, there's, like, a psychology behind it, of, like, things that are kind of, like, diagonal as opposed to, like, being just straight across, like, you know. And it just makes it feel a little more, like, I guess, unstable? I don't know. And then the single shoulder pad is, like, it gives caveman somehow. I don't know how, but it gives caveman somehow. It's really good. It's really good. That is an S tier suit. I'm putting it. Shit, it might be above Shinkenger, honestly. That's high praise in my books. But you know what? I'll say it. I'll say it. Yeah, man. I really don't like these suits, like, at all. First of all the helmets are just, like, way too similar to each other. Just way too much. I really don't like the, like, squared off helmet design. I get it, it's supposed to look like a train, but it also looks fucking stupid, so, you know, bite me. And then the train track across the visor just feels like That just feels like the absolute laziest way of incorporating the train theme. Like, really? That's the best you could come up with? Is it just putting a fucking train track right there in the eyes? Like, come on. And the chest design is just like, it's just like nothing. Just like, it looks like, on the full suit, it doesn't even extend to the back of the suit. It's just on there, on the front. It's just like, come on. It looks like a children's costume. Like a children's Halloween Power Ranger costume, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but it still looks fucking stupid. Ugh, honestly, like, D tier. You know what? Fuck it. F tier. I really don't like it, those suits at all. Ninja. You know, I have not seen this show. I have not heard good things about this show, but I will say, these are probably my favorite ninja-themed suits out of all of them. Because they're just, like, doing something a little bit more with the idea, you know? I love the shuriken kind of design on the helmet, and the big, like, sash going down it. It's really cool, I like it. Plus, the sash kind of hangs off the shoulder a little bit, kind of gives it, like, a bit more of, like, a silhouette, more of a unique silhouette. But, yeah, those are S-tier suits, honestly. Don't know if I would like the show, but I will put... are they better or worse than Time Ranger? Put them below for now. Zyuohger, I mean, these are kind of cool. I mean, I like the kind of intricately detailed sort of, like, animal... I don't know. Do I like that? I'm not sure if I like that. I like the helmets. I like the gloves, honestly. The gloves might actually be my favorite part, which is weird. B tier? That seems fair. Alright, so here's the thing about Q Ranger. So, you know, their whole thing is that all of the suits are kind of like somewhat like stylized to the particular member. They all have little details unique to them. And I feel like it works better for some than it does for others. Like, I really don't like the Blue Ranger's like fucking like fur thing going on. Like, I get it, it's supposed to be like a wolf, so he has fur, but it kind of just looks like he's wearing a carpet around. I do really like the Black Ranger's more kind of bulky, like armored kind of look. That works for me. You know, there are ups and downs to the practice. I like the idea, but some of these could have been done better, I will say. Some of these could have been done better. Ultimately, I do think the weaker suits of the group do kind of bring it down a little bit. I want to give it S tier. I really do, but I'm gonna have to put it in A tier, I think. Like right above Mask Man, let's say. Oh boy. I mean, these suits are actually good. I like them. I like the contrasting white of one team with the black of the other. That's cool. They're very simplistic designs, but they work pretty well. And plus, these suits are probably the best thing about that show. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know people like that show, but I can't. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm putting it like top of B tier, I think. I know people like these suits, but I really don't like these suits. I don't like them at all. Like, to me, it's just like the helmet has way too much detail, but then everything else, like, it doesn't have enough detail, and it feels like the distribution of detail, if that makes any sense, it's just like, it's all off. It doesn't work. And then the design on the chest, it really bothers me how it goes, like, past the belt. I don't like that. Why does it do that? Why does it go past the belt? Like, make it stop above the belt. How about that? You know? I think I'd like it way more that way. And then another thing is, I just don't think the night theme, like, really translates well to just spandex. Like, these really could have used, like, some type of armored element to them. Like, the just spandex is just, like, it doesn't work. I don't think it works. Like, that's gonna be a D tier for me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I always forget that this one even exists. I don't even know. I mean, having the road as a sash and then the little crystal on it, and then it's like the crystal is like going down the road. It's like a car. That's kind of clever, I think. How come these guys get shoulder pads, but the knights don't? Like, what? I mean, like, C tier, I guess? Whatever. Zenkaiger. I'm gonna be honest, I always thought this guy, like, the main guy, I always thought he looked like fan-made or something. Like, literally, the first time I saw this, I thought it was fan-made. Like, I thought this was, like a cosplay or, like, a Photoshop. Like, some fans mashup of, like, Aqua Ranger and Big One. Like, that's legitimate. Like, I'm not kidding. That's what I thought this was. Like, it was, like, a Photoshop or, like, a cosplay or something. But no, it's real, and it's, like, you know, it certainly looks like a combination of Aqua Ranger and Big One, you know? I don't know, like, something like this, it would be neat if it wasn't, like, the main suit, you know what I mean? Like, this should be, like, some side character or, like, some movie exclusive thing or whatever, but, like, it should not be the actual suit that you see, like, all the time. Because, I mean, it just, like, it just lacks any identity of its own. It's just two other characters that already exist and are already famous put together. You know what I mean? And then the rest of the team are like, you know, they're mechs, you know? It's kind of neat that the mechs are rangers, or like the rangers are mechs this time, but like, I mean, it's not really doing anything for me. It's like another C tier, I think. Again, these guys have armor, but the knights don't. Come on. They're doing the Q Ranger thing again, where like, you know, it's kind of like stylized to each member. And again, there's like ups and downs to it. The Blue Rangers, like big monkey arms, are like, I don't know. And plus, it's not in this picture, but he does have a big red monkey ass, so. Don't know if I like that, but I mean, we gotta talk about it, don't we? We gotta address the elephant in the room, I think, or the pheasant in the room, I suppose, or the wolf in the room, I suppose, or I guess he's not a wolf, he's just a dog. So yeah, I appreciate them trying to do something unique, but I just don't think. Their CGI budget just no, you can't. It's not. You know, it's not. I haven't seen the show proper. I'll give it that. I could be wrong. I have seen like a clip here and there of them fighting, and boy, are they fight scenes? They sure are fight scenes. I was about to complain about how this two CGI characters don't have shadows on the ground, but now that I'm looking at this image, it's like nobody has a shadow. What's happening? What's going on here? Something about this franchise, man. It's like it's messing with my brain. I don't know. B tier, I think. Like mid B tier, like below Turbo Ranger. Now these are my favorite suits in the whole franchise. Like, it's kind of just, I look at this is what Ryu Soldier should have been, I think. Like, armor him up, you know? Give him some armor. But not only is that cool, the fucking helmets with like those big, like bold, like bug designs on them, so cool. Love it. And then the cape, man, the little half cape dangling off the arm. Whew! They were cooking with this one. They were cooking! Like, they just look so cool. Come on. Top of S tier. It won't let me put it on top. Come on. There we go. Top of S tier, baby. And now we're back to this shit. Alright. So this show just ended at the time of me recording this. Man. See, it's like with Tokuger, how fucking putting just a big steering wheel on the face is just like, it's the laziest possible way of incorporating the car theme. Like, just stick a big wheel on the face, you know? Fuck it, they'll get it. Fuck it. It really feels like they're running out of ways to make a car theme Sentai interesting, you know? And the neck down, it's not exactly impressing me either. First of all, why do they have barely any of their own color on the fucking suit, man? It's like all restricted to like the shoulder region. It's like, and then the rest of it is like white and gray. It's like, what are we doing? Why'd you do that? You know, sometimes I see people complain about like, oh, this suit has too much white on it, and like normally I'm just kind of like, whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't care. But this legitimately has too much white on it. Highly unimpressive. F tier. Gojuger. Man. These suits frustrate me so much because they're so close. They're so close to fucking earning that gold medal, but they don't. There's legitimately one entire thing that ruins these suits. It's the fucking big empty circle in the middle. Like, why is there just a big empty circle there? Like, there should have been, like, if there had been some type of, like, design in the circle, like some type of logo or something like that, it would have been perfect. It would have been amazing. It would have been fantastic. It would have been it. But there's just nothing there. It's like, come on. What are you doing? I mean, beyond that, it's pretty good. You know, I like the gold accents. I like how it's, you know, a little more armored up. I like the shoulder pads. It kind of strikes, you know, a bit of a good silhouette there. God damn it, that fucking circle, man. I can't do it with that circle. So, unfortunately, A tier. Let's put it below Mega Ranger, honestly. This is the tier list. Yep, those are every Sentai suits ranked by a non-fan. I guess I didn't do any like the 6 Rangers. Who gives a fucking shit? Do you give a shit? I don't give a shit. Come on. We're done. It's over. Go fuck yourself.